You know, you've got some of the classic championship calls. People think of like Bobby Heenan when Flair wins the Rumble in '92. And of course, the boyhood dream has come true. Well, Michael Cole, he reserved his for CM Punk's big title win. After a decade of bitterness to finally coming home, a decade of bitterness, this man who has lived under a storm cloud and just screaming at the world, he has finally won. I mean, I just could not believe this.
After the Art of Wrestling podcast with Cole Cabana, to brawl in, to brawl out.
Where is Dr. Chris Amon right now? So Punk is clutching the title. He's in near tears. They show Gunther holding the towel to his nose, and then Seth Rollins' music plays. And out comes Seth on crutches with Paul Heyman. And Cole and Wade, they're so quick to state to us, well, he has until June to cash that in. I mean, can't do it now. And Rollins just stares at him and then turns around and he goes to head to the back when he pauses, drops the crutches, removes the knee brace, and proceeds down the ramp as Michael Cole is having convulsions, and he proceeds to attack Punk, nailing him with the briefcase over and over. But before he has cashed it in, so we have established based on just the Naomi cash in that you can use this as a weapon, but until you cash it in, you can't be disqualified for it. So the bell rings, Jessica Carr accepts the contract, and there's a stomp, and Punk's title reign ends in 11 seconds as he got to...
Was it 11 seconds? That was it?
Well, from bell to bell when it rang. Not from, obviously, it came out. So we got Punk doing a tribute to Brett, as he does in most of his big matches, and then he got to do, I guess, a bit of a Hogan tribute here, playing the role of Yokozuna. And Seth playing Hogan for ironic purposes. And CM Punk gets the win. Breaker and Reed are out, and our closing scene was Rollins and Heyman cross-legged over CM Punk as the Seth Riders are 4 strong yet again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, wasn't sure if they were going to do it tonight or wait for it, but they chose to do it in the venue here.
Can I just say, it would have been so foolish for them to overthink this. Like, this was the time to do it, and this would have been, yes, you would have got the big reaction no matter where you do it, but from my understanding, they never wavered. Like, this was from doing the angle at Saturday Night's Main Event. Like, I was never told that they were wavering or not going to do it. And I think to their credit, like, this, to me, honestly, I did not think this was overall that great of a show. And the moment of this show is going to be this cash in. Like, this will be the enduring memory of this particular show itself.
And when you just think about the character itself, it doesn't make sense to allow Punk to recover overnight just to do a cash in, or just to wait to another time.
Did you catch? We don't have the heist of the century. This is now the ruse of the century.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, what a ruse! What a ruse, John. They fooled everybody. They reshuffled an entire Saturday Night's Main Event run sheet in order to lead up to this. They worked the co-host of the Rich Eisen show, John. All of it would have been a complete success if not for you. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I had some ruse clues. I will say, I thought the cashing came off great. I thought this was, to me, like, you know, again, this is going to be the high point of the show for many people, and kicking off this big Rollins run. And I thought it was done really well for what you wanted to do. And to me, kind of capped off a show that I would say, if not for that main event, like, I did not think too highly overall of night one.
I give them a lot of credit for the lengths they tried to go to set up the surprise for the conclusion of this first night of SummerSlam. I mean, to do everything they did in order to try to make people, you know, suspend their disbelief that a cash-in wasn't about to happen. I think I kind of
personally,
appreciate that.
I think they should have gone harder, to be quite honest. Like, I was, when we found out that Raw was in Birmingham, like, I thought they were going to do footage of him going there. Mm-hmm. The fact is, like, he's got x-rays from the last knee. Like, they could have just really just poured it on of.
Honestly, even if they showed the X-rays, I think people would have still been suspicious. But.
Well, some people would, but I mean, quite frankly, you go online, there's plenty of people who.
Oh, there were still a lot of people.
Oh, they
who
surprised a
believed.
lot of people, and that's why they should not have been shifting this on just. I thought like it was very smart on their end to just. This was their plan, and they ran through with it, and now you've got like this is their biggest story going into the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious to hear from coming off of this if like there was like a minor injury at the very least that might have necessitated maybe like some of the reporting that was out there as well, or if it was just like he was healthy the entire time. I wonder if we'll hear anything about that. But I kind of thought like all of it showed a great attention of detail that I don't think we've been used to, and it made for a really nice big cash-in moment to close the show.
And what do you see coming out of this? G1 Climax season continues on the Post Wrestling Cafe as we march toward the final on August 17th. Every single match in the tournament will be covered. Plus, we're going back to 2001 for a review of the King of the Ring, featuring Kurt Angle taking on Shane McMahon and Edge winning the tournament. Plus, John and Wei are going to be reviewing all episodes of the WWE Unreal series on Netflix. Ask Away, Post Pro Res, Collision Course, so much more can be found monthly at postwrestlingcafe.com.
So Gunther, I guess, getting his nose surgery, so he probably will be off the map for a bit. But then you got Punk and Rollins, clearly the next feud. Punk and Rollins the next feud, and then Breaker. You know, you have to remember Roman now and Jay are attached to this entire world.
Roman
too,
and Jay are attached, and let's not forget that like your champion did just lose to LA Knight on that show. Like if you wanted to. Like LA Knight, like
true, yeah. You know, LA Knight gets a title shot
again. Like they booked that finish, knowing like this is where they were going, and I don't think like if they didn't want LA Knight to win, they could have just done a wave off and not done a finish there. So you could get LA Knight injected into a title picture here. So whether you go with like a multi-man match for Paris or you go to one of these singles options, there's a lot on the table. But you're right, with Roman, with Jay, with Punk, and I'd throw in like LA Knight in the mix. Like that's kind of your Raw title scene.
Yeah, and we are, I guess, I mean, we're many months away from War Games, but not really that far away. You know, only a few PLEs away. That I think they might be able to peak this with this crop of people involved in a match like that.